Hi, welcome back. You are watching Hope in Bulgaria and I am Anna. We've had a couple of YouTube bans this last month. A couple of my videos violated YouTube standards, and so we have been told if we get one more strike that we're going to be removed off of YouTube for good. As soon as the ban was lifted, I did start sharing all of the videos from the previous mission trip. Most of them were reels though. Please click the shorts button and have a look through there because they're not uploading as regular videos. Most of them are less than a minute long. So please check out those videos. So I just wanted to quickly recap from mission trip March. It was really amazing. We managed to hand out almost a ton in weight of clothing, shoes, bedding, toys, nappies, wipes, milk, all different essential needs. You know, things that are lacking in Nadezhda. There were hundreds of children blessed with bags of clothing. Praise report, we have 119 children sponsored now. It's really growing. Lots of people have been reaching out about sponsorship, and so we've had to buy a bigger pot so that we can cook for more children. So more mouths are being fed every time we cook. The things that we did on the last mission trip, flowers. It was Women's Day, so we blessed hundreds of women with flowers. We spent a lot of time with the elderly, praying, taking food packages and just things together to bless certain families. Natasha, my mission trip partner, is a flag dancer. She worship dances, and we decided to take flags on the last mission trip. We marched the streets of Nadezhda. It was an incredible day. We also took about 60 ribbons with us so that the children could join in. It was amazing. It was actually a really wonderful day to evangelize. We have language barriers in Nadezhda. We do have a couple of people that are able to translate for us, but there's a big language barrier when we're doing outreach. But to walk the streets with a Jesus flag, it caused a lot of attention. A lot of people came out. We had crowds of people around, and we really got to share Jesus that day, and it was really incredible. So we have decided that we are going to include dancing in every mission trip, and I'm going to be sharing a little bit more about that in a minute because we need your help. The next mission trip is going to be May, so it's coming up soon. In fact, I'm leaving to drive up to London, Natasha's house, Saturday, in 2 days. So we are super busy preparing. We are again taking out a shipment of provision. We don't have as much clothes this time. We only had a month to gather stuff, and a lot of people that jumped on board with this project had already donated for the last trip. So we need new doors opening concerning clothes, shoes, toys, baby carriers, high visibility clothing, nappies, wipes. There's a whole list. We are putting together a website, so I will be emailing it to you as soon as it's ready. It won't be totally complete. It will need a lot of tweaking, but before this mission trip, we would like to have it done enough that it's shareable, so that all of the information, everything we do, all of this sort of thing is on there, so that you're able to share with your friends and families as well if you feel led to. So for this upcoming mission trip, we've got 2 days until we're leaving, and we really need help with a couple of things if anyone feels led to jump in. We have somewhere between 10 and 20 windows. There are so many families living down at the dump and throughout Nadezhda that don't have a window at all. They just have a piece of material hanging. And the problem is with the families living with no doors and no windows is that they get regularly burgled. These families have no possessions. Inside their homes is nothing. And it stays like that for them until they can put a window in and a door that locks. They can't improve their living conditions, because anytime they get something, it gets taken the minute they leave their homes. So really do feel led to bless. There's about 6 families living down at the dump. They have no door, no window, no bed. So we would like to have a look on Facebook Marketplace in Bulgaria and see if some cheap beds come up that we can buy. If I'm talking about something that you feel led to contribute, we have GoFundMe and we have PayPal. We'll be out in Nadezhda next week and we will be putting out videos. I will continue to put videos out on YouTube regularly, but maybe add me on Facebook if you have Facebook and you haven't already added me, because I do fear that we are just going to get removed from YouTube and there won't be any warning and I won't be able to reach any of you. So if I'm not emailing you regularly, about once a month I send out emails with little links to videos that are like the more important videos for people to watch. If you're not receiving these emails, please get in touch with me, because it's the only way that I will have to reach you if we get removed from YouTube. So We are also planning on taking out bedding, nappies, wipes, sanitary items, milk and shoes, and obviously more clothing. The last shipment that we took out cost £500 to ship. So about the same, £400-500. We're thinking actually maybe a little bit more because this time we have a lot of windows. We'll see how much comes in before we decide how many of the windows we can take. But they're about 15 kilograms each for the big ones. And I think we've worked out that for 18 windows, it's going to cost about £200 to ship them out, which is the cost of one window out there. So it really is worth doing it. So if you feel led to jump in, please email us at hopeinbulgaria@gmail.com. We would also, whilst we are out in Nadezhda, like to help Mima Street. The toilet down at Mima Street is diabolical. They have, it's cul-de-sac. Actually, I'm going to throw in the video of Mima Street right now that I've made recently so that you can see. This is the toilet. It's raised. You go up a couple of steps to get inside. When it rains, the water comes up out of the toilet and floods this whole area where the children are walking with poo water. And thankfully none of them are sick yet, but friends, we need to fix this toilet. What we would like to do is waterproof the roof, so we'll just need a couple of builders and some sand and cement. It shouldn't be a big project. Now this one was just so amazing. The horse and cart. We bought Simi a new horse 2 mission trips ago, and he's been using it to help us with provision regularly, and it has been such a blessing to Hope in Bulgaria to have this horse and cart. When we were on the last mission trip, we were finding Simi's cart a little bit of a handful. The wheel kept falling off. It's very dangerous. It's small. It's falling apart, very dirty. It is going to get dirty anyway because they do a lot of dump runs with trash. But we passed a cart when we were on our travels that was large, had seating, suspension, so we could travel food around on this, and it was big. And I asked the guy that was selling it how much for a cart like this, and he said 1,500 lev, which is about £700, so just short of $1,000. And so I said to Simi, I will do everything that I can to raise the money to bring for the next mission trip so that we can bless you with this cart. But if you find anything more reasonable in the meantime, let me know. Now, last week he reached out to me and said, you know, Anna, I have found a cart very similar to the one that we saw. It's not in the same condition, but it just really needs a lick of paint, which we can do. The guy is asking for only 800 lev, which is about £400, so $500. So by faith, because we'd only raised about £200 towards the cart at this stage, I sent over the money. So we've bought the cart. Woo! We have the most amazing large cart. We'll be able to transport twice as much provision on this cart, which is going to be such a blessing. It's already bought and paid for. The money came out of general fund, and we're about to go on mission trips. So as another thing, if anybody feels led to help us out with that, because that we will just then put that towards more beds or doors, things like this, while we're out on a mission trip. And the last thing is the flags. It went down so well that we have asked somebody to make us a flag that has Jesus on it in Bulgarian. The cost of the flag is £50, about $60 or $70. It's huge. We're hoping it will be ready to take with us, along with another 60 ribbons so that all the children can get involved. They are about $1 each, and the ribbons will always need to be replaced, but the Zeus flag can stay out in Bulgaria. It can be, you know, part of Hope in Bulgaria's outreach, something that we can start doing every time that we're out there. So the only thing with the flags is that both me and Natasha are only taking hand luggage, which is 20 by 30 by 40, a very small bag each. We can't put the flags in these bags. They're too big. We're feeling a little bit stuck about what to do because the cost of a checked-in bag, which will fit the flags, is £140. This is why I guess Wizz Air flights are so cheap. So we are really having a dilemma. Do we buy a bag? No, we could put the flags in with the shipment, but they won't arrive until nearer the end of the mission trip, which is not great. So I just wanted to ask if there was anyone out there that feels led to help us with the cost of not only buying the flags, but getting them out to Bulgaria. We would really appreciate that, because it has really been on our hearts to not only evangelize with these flags and share Jesus with these flags, but to have fun with the children. These children that live in survival mode, these children that search the dump looking for food so that they can eat. When we go down to the dump with the food, with the provision, they get a couple of hours grace where they don't have to do that, because they've had food. So we can spend time teaching them. We can spend time, cleaning them up and just having some fun. These children, they just don't have fun in their lives. Please be praying for us while we're out in Nadezhda, this mission trip. We will be praying for you if you want to sponsor a child. If you want to support one of the costs I've mentioned for this upcoming mission trip, please reach out. We really appreciate every single one of you that has been supporting our work and the mission. We are finally growing and God is doing marvelous things. And so we are so excited. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in a couple days.